Hi guys, in this video we're going to go over number 1 on your chapter 10 homework. So this is like a review for your chapter 2 information. So for the first question, this is your circular flow diagram. If you guys not sure what it was or what it is, make sure to go back to chapter 2, look at the main section for chapter 2. This is like this weird looking like a square-ish diagram, even though it's called circular flow diagram, but it's basically a square. Okay. All right. So let's see the question. So the following diagram presents a circular flow model for a simple economy. The outer set of arrows showing green shows the flow of dollars, and then the inner set of arrows shows in red shows the corresponding flow of input and output. So basically, all the green arrow representing the flow of money, and then the red arrow representing the flow of resources. Now also notice that there are two parties or two players in the market. We have firms and a household. So firms, they're companies who produce stuff for us, and a household, they're like you, me, anybody else in the economy who has a family. They're called household. And there are also two type of market. There's a market for good and service. So the good and service market, that is like your Target, your Walmart, your HEB, where you go buy good and services. And then there's also the market for factors of productions. Now again, this is a review from chapter 2. If you're not sure what factor production is, look at definition. But basically, this is the resources company will need to produce goods and services. And then one of the most common factor production that you should all know about is labor. Because for labors, companies need labor, and a household will supply labor. Okay, so for this two market over here, depends on which market it is, the supply demand side are switched. Okay, so in the market for good and service, so like your Walmart, your Target, your Kroger, in the good and service market, firms on the supply side, household on the demand side, because you want to buy groceries, you want to buy stuff, and a firm will sell them to us, right? So the firms on supply side and the house on demand side. Now, on the other side, in the market for factor productions, so for resource, the roles are switched. So you're going to have firms on the demand side and a household on the supply side. Because for firms, they want to demand labor, and a household, we're going to supply labor. Okay. All right. So first question, based on this model, household can earn income whenever what purchase what. So household earn income. Think about labor. When do we earn our income? Is whenever we perform a labor service for companies. So this will be whenever companies or firms purchase resource, so land, labor, and capital, in the factor production market. Okay, so whenever household will go work for companies and then firms will buy the labor from us, that's where the income come from. Okay, and also if you look at the more detailed graph, more detailed diagram from chapter 2, then that arrow will be somewhere right here. So from firms to the no, it's on others. So from market for factory productions to household, and this green arrow that will be called income. Okay, all right. So suppose Janet earns $650 per week working as a doctor for the medical clinic. She used $9 to buy a box of aspirin and Philmar Pharmacy. Philmar Pharmacy pays Felix $300 per week to work as the cash register. Felix used $250 to purchase medical services from the medical clinic. So identify whether each of the following event in scenario occur in the market for factory productions or the market for goods and services. So again, factory productions, this is the stuff company need to produce goods and services. The good and service, they're the end product that's ready to be consumed and purchased by the consumers. Okay, so first says Felix earns $300 per week working for Philmar Pharmacy. So this would be a factory production because she is working. So that's a labor. So labor is a resource. Okay. So next, Janet earns $650 per week working for the medical clinic. This is also factory production because it's again labor. So for labor, it's part of factory production. Felix spent $250 to purchase medical service from medical clinic. So she is buying something from the firm, which is the medical clinic. So this would be goods and services. All right. Which of the elements of the scenario represent a flow from household to a firm? All right, this could be a flow of dollar input and output. All right, so we're looking for from household to firms. So first one says $300 per week Felix earns working for Philmar Pharmacy. So she make this much money from the pharmacy. So this would be from pharmacy to household, not household to firms. Okay, so this is not the answer. Um, Next, 250 Felix spends to purchase medical services from medical clinic. This one will be true because for the 250 she spent, this will be going from Felix, the household, to firms, which is the medical clinic. Okay, and last one, Janet labor. So for her labor, now this labor is going to be from household to firms. Okay, so if you go back to the diagram, that one will be represented by that red arrow from the household to the factory market, and then back to firm. Okay, so that's from household to firm because labors goes from household to firms. Okay, last one, true or false for economy as a whole, expenditure must equal to income. Now this will be definition, so this will be true. Okay, so for any economy, how much money we're spending out is how much income we have for the entire overall economy. Because whenever you spend money in the economy, that is income for somebody else, right? So if you add everything all together, our total spending equal to our total income. Okay, all right, so let's grade it out. Hope you got everything right. Oh no, got one thing wrong. What did I do? Representing from a household to a firm. Yeah. Oh, did I forget to check them? I forgot to check them. Oh, so stupid. I talk about it, but I forgot to check the arrow. Oh my god, I feel so stupid. All right. Wait, are you sure I didn't check the arrow? I thought I checked the arrow, right? Because I talk about it. I said the Felix spend the money, and this money goes from Felix to. Oh, I see what happened. I probably click on twice, and then that arrow just went away. Oh my god, I feel so stupid. All right, guys, make sure don't make the same mistake. Double check your answer before you submit it. Make sure your check mark are in places before you submit the answers. Okay. All right, that's how I do number one. I feel so stupid now. I will see you guys for number four. Okay, bye. Have a good night.